This is the Talking About a 23 Sneaker channel. Talking About a 23 Sneaker channel です。毎日アップするので毎日見てください. Every single day I bring you sneaker content, upcoming sneaker releases and sneaker reviews. And today's no different. We're going to be looking at an Air Jordan 1 Mid, but I'm not going to tell you the name of the shoe because I wonder how many people out there know how to say this. So I'm putting down below the name of this shoe. And the reason I'm doing that is because I know how to pronounce that, and I don't know how many people out there know how to pronounce that, but this is a trade of information because there's the name of the shoe with 54 beside it, and I have not been able to find out anywhere out there what the 54 stands for and where it came from. So if you know where the 54 came from, please let me know, and if you want to know how to pronounce this word, stick around and find out more about this sneaker. As I said in the introduction, today is all about an Air Jordan 1 Mid, and I'm not pronouncing it just yet. You'll get that in the middle of the this review that's coming up here. But a quick word about subscribers. Please do subscribe to the channel. I drop content every single day, and that's hard work. It's very hard work. Usually people who drop content every single day actually get paid for it, and I don't get paid for doing this. I do it free of charge and give you this information and give you these sneaker videos for absolutely no benefit to me whatsoever, other than the fact that I love sneakers. But what you can do for me in return is hit that subscribe button. So please do hit the subscribe button down below. 登録お願いします。毎日アップするので登録を頼みます。登録お願いしますね。毎日アップするなんですけど、フルタイムの仕事があるので、これは趣味ですから、給料とかお金はもらっていません。登録しかもらっていませんので、登録を、クリックすると助かります。登録をお願いします。Okay, so let's actually get into these sneakers today, this Air Jordan 1 Mid. Now, before we actually talk about that, Air Jordan 1 Mids, of course there's lows and there's a bunch of them dropping real soon, and there are highs as well, but these mids, a very quick way, and maybe you guys already know this out there, but some people might not, so it's good to share this kind of knowledge, but a very quick way to know if it's a mid or a high. It's sometimes difficult to know just looking at a photograph, or even if you've got them in hand and you're not used to telling which is, and maybe people out there are already guessing what I'm going to say, feel free to do so. But a quick way to know if it's a mid or a high you're looking at is the number of eyelets. Okay, the middle section, the eyelets, the lacing system on Jordan 1 highs and mids is broken into three sections. There's the forefoot, the midfoot, and then up around the ankle section there. It's that midfoot section that we're talking about. On the mids, there's three eyelets in there, as you can maybe see from a screenshot wherever I've stuck it up there. But on a high, there's four eyelets in there, and hopefully I've been able to get another screenshot to sort of demonstrate that point. So that's a very fast way to tell the difference between a mid and a high. Are you holding a mid? Are you holding a high? Are you looking at a mid? Are you looking at a high? The way to tell is those four eyelets in that middle section there that represent the highs, whereas the mids only have three, and this guy today that we're talking about only has three on there. So it's definitely a mid that we're talking about. Now, the shoe itself is primarily made up of white underlays throughout. There is one place where that's different, but we'll talk about that later because that's the signature of the shoe. But basically, it's white underlays throughout, especially on that toe box, that midfoot section, and they are in contrast to the overlays, which are black, all of which comes together in that tumbled leather to give you a really nice looking sneaker. But if that's where we stopped, it wouldn't be a sneaker to talk about. Where we're stopping is actually with the detailing on the sneaker, which is fantastic throughout. The outsole and the midsole are just straight up black and then white, nothing special there. But then when you come up from that midsole, especially on that heel section, if you don't know to look for it, you might not realize that the heel and the ankle overlays are embossed. I don't know if embossed is the right word, but they're definitely detailed with shapes, and these shapes represent the basketball competition in France that we're talking about. I'm still not using that word. Was it K-U-A-I? No, Q-U-A-I, I think is the spelling. And how do you pronounce that? I'll come to that in a minute when we get to the branding. But anyway, around the ankle and going up towards around the heel and going up towards the ankle on the overlays there, you've got these, it's black, both parts that I'm talking about are black, but then there's black detailing on top of that, which is hard to see. I don't think it's been lasered on, because if it was lasered on, it would be a lot easier to see. And it's the shapes that go with this basketball tournament from Paris, and they're important. They come up later again in the shoe, and they will come up later in the week when I review the 8s that are also dropping from this set. But today it's all about those mid ones. So anyway, so we're around the ankle there. You've got those the shapes that are kind of detailed into black shapes, detailed into the black overlays. So they're hard to see, but when you zoom in, you do get to see them a lot more easily. And then as we keep going up towards that ankle area, you've got the swoosh on the side there, which is this very glossy, and it's kind of bubbled out. It bubbles out from the sneaker, so it's not flush to the sneaker. And I have read somewhere that it's got a bit of give to it. You know, you can give it a good sort of poke. It's almost like slime or something, but that's an overstatement, but you know what I mean. So you've got the detailing on the black overlays, and then you've got that swoosh on the side there, and then we keep coming up, and then we come to the branding, the white branding on the black tongue, and it's the white K branding. I bet you 99% of the people out there knew that that was K, and you're all just laughing at me saying, everybody knows that, Butter, what are you talking about? But that's the branding on the tongue, and that's what that Quai says. That's how you pronounce it, is K. And it's to do with the K54 street basketball tournament that's been happening for the last 15 years in Paris. And I can't work out why they call it K54. It was 2004 was the first year that they started that street basketball tournament. So 2004 and 54, I don't know why K54. So if you know what the 54 and K54 stands for, please let me know. I love to learn new things. It's one of the reasons why I have this channel, is so I can learn more about sneakers. So please teach me in the comments down below. But yes, you've got that K branding on the tongue there, and now we've gotten up to the top of that ankle area. We're coming to the sort of main signature of basically, I nearly said all K sneakers, but it might be unfair to say all K sneakers. But there's a thing with K sneakers about mismatch, either mismatch left and right shoe or mismatch within the shoe with the lateral and the medial sides. And these ones in particular, you're mismatching the colors around the ankle on both the left and the right shoe. So what you've got is on one of the shoes, you've got the red and the blue accents that wrap around the lateral and the medial sides and meet together at the back of the sneaker, and there's cross stitching where they meet, which I think is a pretty cool feature. So that's on one of the shoes, and then on the other shoe you've got the red and the blue. Now, did I just say red and blue, or did I just say yellow and green? Oh, when you're old like me, it's hard to remember. Red and blue on one and yellow and green on the other. And later, like I said, when I review the 8s later on, they actually have more than those two colors on each sneaker. They have a third color in there as well, which we'll talk about when we do the review of the 8s in a couple of days' time. Please do subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on that review of the K54 8s that I'll be doing later in the week. But yes, like I say, around the ankles, you've got those two different colors that meet at the back on the sort of on the Achilles tendon, then you've got cross stitching across there, so it's not a subtle join, it's a very sort of popping and clear join there. So and then I think it's interesting. I don't know if people out there think it's interesting, but I do. I think that with those embossed or I don't know, hidden colors in the overlays of the ankle and the heel, and then the popping colors that you've got further up around the ankle, they come together. So you've got the shapes on the heel and the ankle section, and then you've got the colors in a different part of the heel, the ankle section, and then they come together on the insole. And if you have a look inside, those shapes are now colorful. They're not blending in like they do around the ankle and the heel. They're popping and very nice, and they're not just an identical insole as well. They're basically the same pattern, but it's not just like exactly the same positioning of the shapes and the colors, which is something I always appreciate when they take the time to sort of make distinction between the two shoes. So that's my review of the upcoming release of the Nike Air Jordan 1 Mid K54s, and that's how you pronounce that French word K. And if you can tell me what the 54 means, I'd really appreciate it. But thank you for checking out the content. It's time for me to head off. I'll be back again tomorrow as usual, every single day bringing you content, so please do hit that subscribe button down below. And without further ado, I'm just going to sign off and do what I do at the end of every single video and point at the camera and say, I will definitely see you tomorrow.